Hi Derek, Cornelius.
Hello, hi everyone.
Now, if you have been watching our earlier videos, we were sharing about how to make silver in 30 days. We were talking about a system that is actually relatively easy to achieve and to follow. And you know, with the motivation factor of money and wellness in this with young living, there are still people who find it difficult to follow or to achieve this making silver in 30 days. What possibly could be the factors that's hindering them?
Okay, I believe that to achieve silver within the 30 days is actually possible, since there's so many people actually able to do that. And the task is very simple. So, you know, it's just within 4 days, every team member commit to the team strategies, which is like if I actually use my own times, because maybe I have my own full-time jobs, I don't want to invest too much time and money on other kind of incomes. Let's say if I invest my income, one of the multiple stream of income in Young Livings, which is quite minimal. It's like first month only about a few $100 ringgit, and second month, third month is about 500. If I invest on that, and I just need to look for 2 people doing the same, and I already fulfill my responsibilities. Yes. Okay, so if let's say everyone doing the same, it is possible to actually let every team member to achieve silver within 30 days. Yes. So, but of course, there are some people that not actually able to fully understand the benefit. That's why they're still maybe having certain doubts about them. Okay. And I believe that there's a few types of the reasons, 6 types actually, I feel like 6 types that actually blocking them to achieve or follow the team strategies. Okay. The first type is they are doubting their own abilities. Okay, or they're doubting their own strengths, or even the confidence. If they don't have confidence to actually about their own strengths, I believe that in whichever line of business also have difficulties.
Yes, that's a very common reason that a lot of people go through. Are there any other? I mean, you mentioned there are 6 reasons. Yeah. What are the other 5?
I think a lot of people are also lacking in the sense of taking responsibility for their own behavior and actions. So if you said you want to achieve silver in 30 days, but you do not do anything about it, or you do not motivate yourself, so to be dedicated enough to go and find even at least 2 people, then it won't happen.
So you mean they commit? They say that they want to do it, but later they're actually not doing that.
Yeah, they fail to manage themselves to get involved in the activity.
Will one solution be to get them to commit to themselves to do it?
Definitely, there will be, and there will have to be a person who is self-motivated in that sense.
I believe that if they commit, whether they're able to achieve that is different story. It's okay because as long as they commit themselves to take actions, whether success or not, we already achieve our own commitment. Yes. Or the team commitment.
That's the key to being self-responsible. If you said you want to do something, you actually go and do it. But regardless of the result, you at least have can say to yourself that I've done it, but this is the result, and I'm okay with it.
Yeah, right.
I'll just keep going.
Yeah, okay. And I believe the third type of the reasons is they think too much and think too complicated.
Actually, one good example that I can give is a lot of members will tell you, oh, I have to learn up the entire EODR before I can build. I think that's typical, where they get into, like, you know, it must be more complicated than this. It can't be just as simple as it is.
So I guess the secret here is to keep things simple and don't overanalyze it and complicate it.
Yeah, I think sometimes our minds, right, think too much of what if, yes, but, you know, like a lot of scenarios. And yeah, maybe we to analyze to the other people's, our friends. Oh, maybe, you know, they won't do that. Maybe he's too rich, or maybe he's, you know, don't have money and not afford it.
So we shouldn't prejudge. We shouldn't make pre-assumptions.
Second guessing yourself.
Yeah. So that's why we think too much, and that's why we can't unable to make the next move.
And I think there's another group of people as well, where you know, life is happening. You know, too much things happens in life for them. They're too overwhelmed or burdened by, you know, whether it's stress from work, whether it's financial burden, or it's relationship issues. That, you know, even though they'd like to achieve a lot of things, but they don't have any more energy to go and do it.
Yeah. So I believe that, you know, like if we have too much stress and we unable to breathe, unable to think for the solutions. So sometimes we also see a lot of people, you know, they're focusing too much on the problems and unable to come up with a solution for themselves. Yeah. So even the solution come in front of them, they're unable to see or aware or see through their own inner eyes.
Okay.
Absolutely. And I think Young Living also have solutions for that.
Well,
if you're overwhelmed,
called stress away.
Exactly.
Are there any other reasons?
Yeah. I believe that, you know, like there's also certain people right there, they believe they don't need money, or they believe that money is the root of all the evils, and they even believe that how much you earn, how much you earn, it is destined by the, you know, by the Creator. So, but even think from the perspective of law of attractions, what you think you already manifested. So if you believe that you have how much money you can earn is destined, then it already manifested in your own life.
I agree with that. The law of attraction is actually very powerful.
So with that lack of desire to manifest what they want, they probably wouldn't get what they want.
Yeah, I think in this world, a lot of people still have a lot of judgment about money.
Yeah, absolutely true.
Are there any blocks or whatever that people face that you think could be stopping them from moving forward in terms of like building the business in Young Living?
I think that's another important point. A lot of people are also what we call that fear of failure or fear of rejection, meaning when you want to try something, or even when you want to approach someone, you are always you would hold back because you would be wondering whether they will say no, whether they will you know, they will actually you know, don't want to be part of your team or play.
I guess that's a common human trait, I guess. But what about maybe perhaps people could be fearing success?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I think that a lot of people, the fear of failure as well. Yeah, like, you know, like the fear of being rejected by the friends. Because like if I share with you, maybe I will actually pre-assume what will you think of me for sharing for this, because but for me, I will think that, you know, I'm actually sharing a multiple stream of incomes for people that, you know, like to build for the financial gain and abundance. So,
and not to mention for wellness as well.
Let's say if I start, hey, would you like to invest on one property? It's very easy. But what if I share a business plan for you? It's also the same thing, right? But why people actually keep on having the prejudgment about this? I think it's all about fear of being judged by other people.
Yes.
Very true. Are there any more factors? If not, perhaps maybe one of you could sum it up. What the fears or the factors are that is actually people are just placing on themselves to prevent themselves from moving forward?
Actually, the teams successful to build your own teams or power tool is very simple. Just within the 4 days, speak to the right persons with the right mind about this specific plan, and everyone able to achieve to become silver within the days. Yeah.
And I think from my own personal experience, it's really not to get into any of your mind game that's playing out there, but to really head out and just share what you wanted to share sincerely to people. And a lot of time people will just come to you and will just accept what you're offering.
Yeah. I think we also have another, from this, what I saw in my mind, right? If I build this business alone, right? Let's say there's a farm there, and the farm have no one actually doing the work, only me. And if I want to plant the seed, I might take about 1 month to plant the seed myself.
Yep.
If I ask, hey Cornelius, which one would you help me or not to plant? And you might probably ask your friends, and they all doing the same time to plant the farms. It will probably take about less than half an hour.
If we have 100 people, less than an hour, that would be more than possible.
Yeah. So it's all about the mindset.
Yes.
Yeah, and work together as a team.
Okay. Well, there you go. There are some pointers there about what's blocking us, or possibly your downlines in achieving success with Young Living. Take note of them, and if you have not seen our video earlier on achieving silver in silver in 30 days, I'd encourage you to take a look at it. Okay? Thank you, Cornelia. Thank you, Cornelius, and thank you, Derek.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Why Cornelia? Good luck.